Hello everybody and welcome to Standing Stone Wellness. My name is Sherry and on today's video we are going to make Castile soap. Castile soap is made with 100% olive oil. It's a very gentle soap for the skin. However, it's not really known to have a high bubble factor. In order to increase the bubble factor, today I'm going to be adding a little bit of sugar, and because I just love oat milk in a soap, I'm going to replace a little bit of my water content with the oat milk. So I'll be using the two liquids, water and a little bit of oat milk. It is 100% olive oil. I'm using extra virgin olive oil today because I found it on sale. And without waiting any longer, let's go make some Castile soap. In today's recipe, I'm going to be using two different liquids. So I have my distilled water and it's ready to go. And I'm going to add just a little bit of oat milk. Oat is so soothing for the skin. So the one thing about Castile soap is that it does get better over time and the bubbles are very creamy and you have to sort of wait for that, which is why the cure time is so long. The bubbles are better over that time. But in order to help improve those bubbles, the milk might do a little bit of that, but I'm also going to add some sugar. So I have some, this is organic cane sugar, and I'm just going to add 2 teaspoons, and I'm adding it to the oat milk. Then I'm going to warm it up to help it dissolve. The cane sugar will not dissolve in my olive oil. So I could try the lye water or I can try it with the milk. So today I'm going to try it with the milk. So here we are, just going to add in 1 teaspoon. That's almost 2. I'm just going to top that up. I'm right at the end of this bag of sugar. So there we go. That's my sugar, and then I will go heat that up. And in the meantime, we're going to start the water so that it has an opportunity to cool down. My lye water is now at 90 degrees Fahrenheit, so I am going to start the olive oil. I'm going to heat it up a little bit so that it's closer to the same temperature as my water solution. And then I'm also going to be adding my oat milk and this little bit of sugar into the olive oil so that all of that is the same temperature. So here we go. I'm going to take the temperature of my oils. They are reading at about 91. And the lye water is 92, almost 93. This is a great time to start. I have some lye lint, so I am going to strain my water today. When I made my lye water, I kept the container open to the air. If I put a lid on it, I probably would not have this lint that you see. I've been doing a mixture of using the blender and hand stirring for about 8 minutes. And I can see that my soap batter is starting to thicken up. We're definitely past emulsion. We're at maybe the lightest of trace. I would say an extremely light trace. I do want this soap to be very delicately scented. So I have made a blend of Lavender 4042 and Geranium essential oil. It's 2% lavender, 1% geranium, and I'm pretty sure this combination is going to stick in the soap and be fragrant for actually quite a long time. Geranium can overpower a blend, so use it very, very sparingly. Also, lavender, I've used it a lot in soap and it behaves well, but I'm pretty sure geranium can be naughty. So I have my individual molds are all ready to go, just in case this next part needs to be done quickly. I'm gonna get a clean spoon actually, or a clean spatula to help me out. So I'm just gonna add the fragrance oil and then we can pour our batter into the molds. We are going to do a lather test between the soap that I have just made and the 100% olive oil soap, the Castile soap that I made more than a year ago. So this first one is the little paw. This is the soap that I have just made. I'm getting good bubbles from this soap. Very nice, very soft bubbles. They're quite beautiful. And I have to say, I'm getting more bubbles than I anticipated. And I really think that the sugar that I added is helping out here. Look at those bubbles for a Castile soap that was just made a few days ago. That is amazing bubble. Bubble factor. Bubble factor high. Okay, all things being equal, I'm going to dry off my hands and we are going to try the Castile soap that I made more than a year ago. So here we are. This is the Castile soap that I made over a year ago, and we are going to try and see what the bubbles are like in this one. Castile soap is not going to be the biggest bubbler, so if you do want to use these in the shower, I always recommend to add a shower poof or a face cloth, something that may actually help you get a few more bubbles. So these are the bubbles. They're actually quite small. I think the bubbles from the sugar soap might be a little bit bigger bubble-wise, but I have to say the bubble factor between the two of them is really very similar. I think it's very similar. And there you have it. They are both beautiful, very gentle soaps. Okay, my friends, before we get to the final soap, if you liked this content, please hit the like and the subscribe button so that I can continue to grow and bring you fun and inspirational videos like this one. Now, let's get to that soap. This is the final Castile soap, 100% olive oil, just with water content and a little bit of oat milk, and I added some sugar. This is a very light buttercream yellow, even though my olive oil looked a little bit of dark green. If you see the beginning of the video, it was a pretty dark oil, and this is how it cures into a much lighter shade. Now, I did scent this soap. It does smell lightly right now. This soap is going to need 8 to 12 months to cure, but once it cures, this is just going to smell clean. It's going to smell like soap. It's going to smell nice, but it won't be overpowering at all. Thank you so much for watching today. I do post new content every week. I am wishing you a super great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.